And welcome back. This is ModelOmega, and you're watching part 2 of my Thracia 776 Let's Play. As I was talking about in the previous part, today I am joined by one of my partners in crime, who we will refer to as Soleo for this particular part.
I'm a partner in crime. Why?
What was I? Well, it was either that or friend. I wanted to put a bit of dramatic string to it, you know?
Yeah, okay, fine. So what we got?
Well, Olin just took out the boss, 2 hits, 61% hit. I actually didn't expect that to go through, but I figured I might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, it happens.
And she got a decent level up out of it. Not great, but she wasn't really holding any scrolls to begin with.
Yeah, she's fine.
I'll carry on is single-handedly holding that left flank there, simply because everyone has to go single file through.
Well, that's what you do. You shove the Great Knight in there if you can. Is he a Great Knight or is he still a Night Knight?
Oh, he's still just a Cavalier.
Oh, okay, it's Cavalier.
I forget, have you played this particular game before?
Not this one particularly. It's a little older.
Which Fire Emblems have you played?
Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, the GBA ones, Awakening. I even do a tabletop with some of my friends at my school.
Huh. You really gotta show me how to do that one day if you get the chance.
Oh, trust me, it is like the longest thing you can ever play. It takes like 10 minutes just to do like the enemy turn.
Well, that's actually not too far off from this particular chapter, but I am a serious Fire Emblem nerd. I'm sure I can find a way to accompany that.
Yeah, sure.
No, this guy is a great knight.
Okay.
I'm still wondering if it was a good idea promoting him because it's kind of a, I mean, his stats were bad as 20. I wanted to keep using him, and he maxed out his level, but you know, Great Knights are simply not very good in this game, simply because their primary weapon gets removed when they dismount, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But I arena abused him all the way up to B rank in sword, so at least he'll still be useful indoors. And
seriously, arena abusing? You
yeah,
grinded that hard.
It's this game, man, this game.
Okay.
And I didn't put someone to 2020. I only got some people just a few levels to up their stats a bit. This game is still really hard. Stats, for the most part, don't really matter that much in this game, especially towards the end of the game, because well, everything caps at 20, so it doesn't even matter when you have good stats anymore.
Yeah. Eventually, you get to that point where everyone's just kind of the same, except for maybe some weapon finesse is different.
Yeah.
As well as horses, bases, all that stuff.
Oh, how did
that thing live?
It missed twice.
Oh my god!
Did you see that?
Yes.
And it's weird because it just barely moves at all. It just kind of, what, you think you can just close your eyes and make yourself impervious to attacks?
If you
Oh, here, I'm about to, I think I'm about to execute my grand plan. I'm going to send Karen down to,
oh my god, the warp staff.
Yeah, I'm going to send her down to capture the boss Paulus, but first I have to put him to sleep. And I'm realizing now that, I wanted to give, Nana the sleep staff and have her use it, but she doesn't actually have enough magic to put him to sleep. So I had to give it back to Safi for her to use it, which means that this whole thing is going to get put back one turn. And in fact, I almost ran out the clock trying to get down to that house on the left and the right. I think I was about one turn behind, and if I had delayed one more turn, I would have had to restart the entire chapter if I wanted to get the Dragon Lance and the Rosire Tome. I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I love this chapter, but it is really, really long.
How tough is a Dragon Lance, anyways, in terms of might?
Well, it's about the same strength as about in between a Steel and a Silver Lance. But the great thing about it is, first off, it's Dean's special personal weapon.
Yeah, I know that.
And the thing about it is, it has a Brave effect, just like the Brave Lance and the Master Lance.
Okay.
And it also gives you the ambush skill, which always makes you attack first.
Yeah.
Basically, it turns him into kind of the same equivalent as Olin with the ambush scroll, except that he can't attack at range. So you can't just kind of drop him in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true.
It still makes Dean an absolute juggernaut.
Yeah. How many hours do you have on this game, anyways?
I don't know. I don't really have a counter, but a lot, I would say. I think I've had to restart about over 40 times by now.
Really?
In individual chapters, because stupid stuff kept happening. And my grand plan gets put into motion. The first time I tried this, Karen got crit and killed by one of the armors because I forgot to give her a Crusader scroll, but this time I was sure that she had one.
Okay.
and she has Wrath, so hopefully she'll be able to take them out no problem. The main reason I sent her down there is to take out the long ballista, so then Dean could go down there without worry and go to the house.
Ballistas are freaking annoying.
I think I really enjoy their presence in this game because they're actually very threatening compared to other Fire Emblems. They'll almost always 2 or 3 shot your units. Like, you know, in the Tellius games, ballistas, even the flying units in Path of Radiance, sometimes only do like 5 damage because
I don't get that.
Effective damage in that game is only 2 times instead of 3.
Oh, really?
And even in and especially catapults, I don't think I've ever had a catapult do more than 3 damage to one of my guys.
Yeah, I found catapults just because.
I know. The rolling boulders are more threatening.
Yeah, because those things can actually do some shit. They also, they roll.
But yeah, in this game, the ballistas are so much of a threat, and even when I was surprised, the long ballistas have 15 range, so you can't even do the trick where you just approach them at the maximum range with Karen or Dean and such.
Yeah.
Brighton there is showing off how hilariously broken the Wrath skill is, except he failed to hit that other guy the second time.
Yeah, it's fine. I went time I had a Berserker just stand in the middle of like a bunch of like Revenants and he just killed them all.
That's Sacred Stones?
Yeah.
What do you think of that game? A lot of people consider it not as good as 7 and 6, but I actually think it's the best of the
Sacred
GBA
Stone, out of the GBA games anyways. I think that when they made that one, in terms of like how they wanted to do the gameplay, I think they didn't want to make it like too tough, because I remember when I played it wasn't that.
Oh yeah, it definitely isn't.
The difficulty was.
It's not as hard as 6 or 7 by a long shot. Until you get to the post game, like the Legdo Ruins is genuinely pretty tough, even if you got everyone to 2020. I mean that you ever been to the last room in that?
Yeah, I did.
I think it's like you have to deal with like 10 Draco zombies.
And I'm just like,
those things are tough.
Annoying. Basically, I think it's because that's why they did it, because they were post game. Like it's now kind of common for games to have post game amp up the difficulty.
Like Awakening.
Yeah, like Awakening. Yeah, where they give you unlocked the hell mode or anything else. Yeah. Oh god, I'm still trying to beat that.
Still trying to beat what?
Hell mode on Awakening.
You mean main Lunatic?
Lunatic mode, yeah.
Yeah, I really don't like Lunatic because the early chapters are almost entirely luck based. It's just send Frederick against enemies and hope he doesn't die. Yeah. And then Lunatic Plus is hope enemy doesn't have Hawkeye and Hammer on the same set. I mean, I say this a lot, but Lunatic Plus isn't even a difficulty mode. It's just a gambling minigame that you can play if you want to.
It basically puts them on like I think like a bunch of levels higher than you, right? As well as stat wise, they also
every enemies still have basically the same stats as Lunatic, but they just have randomly assigned Uber skills like Luna Plus. Always activate Luna skill. Plus? Yeah, if you haven't seen Lunatic Plus, it's ridiculous. Enemies will have skills that allow them to always hit you. They'll always attack first. They'll always take half damage. And always be they'll put counter on random enemies as well.
No.
It's not they didn't even try to balance that. It's like they kind of just threw it together at the last minute, just like, okay, people are saying Fire Emblem's too easy. Here, deal with this. And then just set it out on the unsuspecting people. It's really not that
sounds
good.
Like it. That just sounds painful.
It is painful.
Oh god.
It's I think the perfect way to describe it is that line that Chief says in Casino Royale. All it takes is let's see if I can remember the exact quote. All it takes is the simplest thing to cause the most unimaginable, unbearable type of pain. And the realization that if you do not stop soon, you may not have anything left that identifies you as the man.
Okay.
That line sends shivers down my spine. And it's that's a really, really great scene.
I like how they only have like one square entrances to this place.
Yeah.
It just means you just put a guy there and you just watch him sit.
I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here, but yeah.
I think you're just trying to clear them out more or less.
Yeah.
There they go.
Yeah, something else I actually recently noticed is that the Brave Lance and the Dragon Lance actually have the same palette. They just have different colors. Just like how I mentioned this in the last part, but the King Sword and the Brave Sword also have the same palette. They just have different colors. I never noticed. I can't believe I never got that until very recently.
Well, in this game, it's not really like super high res or anything, right?
Yeah, but there's a certain charm to these 2D animations that I kind of miss. I never really liked the ones from the GBA games, and I don't know, everything just seemed way too cartoony for me. I already got enough of that cartoony anime kind of style stuff in the DS Castlevania games.
Oh yeah.
And then when I went back and played the GBA Fire Emblems, I really don't like this look at all.
Well, I think it's because, you know, like when you compare it to this, they look more realistic-ish, as well. You don't really see the face, and you know, it's probably the reason why you can see the face is why it looks kind of like way
I
too
don't know what's going to happen to Castlevania, because I don't think Lords of Shadow 2 sold very well.
Lords of Shadow 2, I looked that up. It sold mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, they probably will continue it, but I don't think it's gonna be that great. Unless they, like, completely revamp it. At least I hope they revamp it.
Yeah, I kind of wish they'd... I mean, I'm not adverse to the idea of the reboot universe, but... Oh, look at that. Marita just gained a point of movement.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love it when that happens. I mean, I've never have that happen to me before, but it's happened to me 3 times in this... Actually, I think 4 times. I think I missed one, but it's happened to me 4 times this playthrough.
Really?
Except one of them I had to reset because one of my guys died in that chapter.
Does this game have the boot or whatever?
Yeah, the leg ring.
Oh,
I already
yeah.
used it on Karen this chapter, so she could reach the ballistas without
much problem of a
yeah, she could reach one ballista, take it out, and then move inside the range of another. Like the ballistas have they have a minimum range,
yeah,
so just move it inside.
I know. It's like a 3x10.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of squares.
You know, I actually had to I had to redo this chapter once because I let Olwen stand along that wall there,
Yeah.
and so every enemy just kind of went up against her, and eventually she started missing, and they hit her.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Ambush and Dame Thunder is a really great skill, but don't think that it makes her invincible. It really doesn't.
Would wreck anybody after a while.
Yeah. It's much better to have beefier guys like Brighton here hold up the line.
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because Brighton actually reminds me a lot of Nolan from Radiant Dawn, because every time I've played him, he always ended up with really fast and with a lot of skill, but not a lot of strength and defense for a Great Knight.
Yeah, they probably just did the same stat growths for him.
It's actually no, because his stat growths are actually about 30% all across the board.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the growth rates in this game are not very good because, you know, everything caps at 20.
No, yeah.
And even a few characters actually have, like, uber kind of growths. Like, Homer has really great growths. I think it's like 40, 50, 70 for magic skill speed, which is pretty comparable to units in other Fire Emblem games.
Oh yeah, so in that tabletop game I was talking about earlier, yeah, so my buddy Murdoch, he put all of his stat growths into, well, strength, skill, and speed. Everything else is like 10.
Hmm.
So basically, he is like the glassiest of all glass cannons.
Yeah.
But his crit rate is insane.
You know, there's actually a Fire Emblem RP subsection on the subreddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made my own character on that, and you basically participate in arena battles with each other. It's actually pretty fun.
Oh, cool.
I should get back into that because I took a break once they had a tournament, and then I didn't go into it because I had to deal with final exams and such. I'm so glad that's over. Are you done all your exams too?
I have one more on Tuesday.
Oh, it's okay, buddy.
No, it's not. It's freaking marketing.
Marketing?
Yeah.
What class are you in again?
I'm a business student. Shit.
It's okay. Some people already know my name. We can just edit that part out in post.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And,
so what school are you in?
Let's not talk about school.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about school.
It's okay. Yeah, I totally understand. I guess I'm not adverse to it anymore because I'm out of that which shall not be named.
Meh. What the heck?
Oh, that's just Marita doing what she does best, opening stuff up like a can opener.
Okay.
Because she has the Lunar Sword skill.
Ah.
Actually, did I even talk about that? Well, if I didn't, I'll just mention it here. The Lunar Sword is just like Solar Sword. If activates as your skill's percentage, and if it activates, it just negates enemy defense when you attack.
Cool.
Simple as that.
Oh, so this one negates it, or does it half it?
No, it negates it.
Oh.
Some games have it half, some have it negate it completely.
I think it was like either Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn that had negate and triple your strength.
Radiant Dawn had negate and triple.
Yeah, that's the one.
You know, the funny thing is, though, is it basically just meant kill enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that's doing my tabletop based it off that. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, Matt, you get this. I'm like, so basically I murder at a chance of like 12%, yes.
You know, I think someone I remember I did a little calculation, and I actually figured that the base level Black Knight with a 1 might weapon with Eclipse can OHKO any enemy in the game, even the final boss.
Doesn't Eclipse like
Yeah,
Okay.
it quintuples
Yeah.
attack and also negates defense.
Yeah, that just.
I mean, was that really necessary? That's like,
It's basically the movie.
my power is maximum.
It's death. It's
Yeah.
death on arrival.
Yep.
Jesus.
I'm kind of worried about that bishop with the bolting tome because it can do a fair amount of damage to Dean, and then these other two armors could probably kill him because I don't think he's holding a scroll to negate enemy crits.
No.
All these armors seem to be coming down now. They kind of seem to. I think they've figured out that they're not going to get to the top route, so they're going to go down here where Karen and Dean are. I kind of want to capture that bishop though, because I wanted bolting tome, but I'm afraid that if I capture him, I'll just get killed by the armors. But
just kill him.
I think that's what I end up. Yeah,
Bolting
I think
tome,
that's
is
what I end up.
Bolting tome
doing.
the range one, or is Bolting tome the?
It's the ranged one, but I think I already have like 2, so.
I thought like the durability of those things were pretty low.
Well, it's 5, but you can get so many in this game, and you actually have units that can use them, which is great.
Oh, really? Okay.
I have I put Salem in the arena enough so that he has A rank in dark magic, so you can use Fenrir. And Fenrir in this game is absolutely nuts. Like bolting is like 9 might and 70 hit.
Yeah.
Fenrir is 18 might and 90 hit. It's ridiculous. It's
That's
just
sick.
I think it's actually the most powerful weapon you can get in the game in terms of might.
No, why?
Well, the game, they throw a ton of enemies with it against you, so I want to be able to use it myself, is basically the thing here.
Okay. Did he miss?
Yeah, he missed it 96%. It happens in this game.
Wow.
That's the one random number system at its best. You should see, I made, remember the other video I made, my update, I had 2 ballista bolts at 3% hit pawn and kill him. If you do the math, it's a 0.09% chance of both of them hitting. Yep. I don't think I've ever seen pawn not crit on the second attack. Because you know about PCC, right?
PCC.
It's when you perform a double attack that it's not from a brave weapon or continue.
Oh yeah.
Your PCC multiplies your crit chance.
Yeah.
So for pawn, it's 5. And I didn't mention this last time in the previous video, but the reason why Homer is so awesome is he has a PCC of 5 as well. Pretty much anyone with a PCC of 4 or 5 is a great unit in most cases.
Oh, look at that range.
Yeah. Not quite sure what I'm checking there, but Olin only has 1 use left on her bolting tome, so I think I was seeing if I should just use it up because I don't want to have it carrying extra capacity in my inventory. Because you only have 128 spaces, which is actually gets filled up really quickly, and I'm already at like my max limit. I'm actually taking some of my guys that aren't doing anything and just having them hold items.
Okay. I forgot to ask. Sometime I'm pretty sure I probably missed this in your video at some point, but like, why is it that sometimes everything's in a different language?
Oh, that's because the translation patch is not 100%.
Right.
Right, and the code, I don't think it was designed to have an English translation, which is why I really hope they remake this game and Genealogy of the Holy War. I hope they give it like a Dracula X Chronicles treatment from the PSP.
Oh yeah.
You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
I almost wish I had a PSP so I could play that because it looks really good. I wish they do that for this game and Genealogy of the Holy War.
I have a PSP.
Keep it 2D, but just like redraw it in HD or something.
That
would
look
look really
PSPs.
great. Why do you have 2?
Oh yeah, I got my brother's because he upgraded to a PS Vita.
So he just gave you it knowing you already had one.
Yeah.
So what do you do with 2 PSPs? Tape them together and pretend it's a 3DS?
Nah. I used to at one point. I played Dissidia on the PSPs. At one point, I just had my brother's character just stand there as I just like take equipment from him. Because when you wreck a guy hard enough in Dissidia, you can take their stuff. Like, well, not take, but you get a copy of it. So basically, my brother had some okay gear, and I was like, I'll just take it by continually killing you until it works.
Yeah.
I could do it via the ghost cards, but then that would be like, take like 5 minutes to me to kill this stupid CPU. It'd be easier if I just like let him sit there and just die. Die. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not like having like 2 DSs where you can just trade Pokemon with each other.
Yeah, I still gotta transfer my Pokemon over to Omega, but I don't know if I should. That's the thing.
That's what I did. But what I also did, well, first off, breeding in Omega is so much better because you have a daycare right next to the IV checker. Plus, you also have your move tutors. And there are certain moves that Pokemon can only learn in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah,
That if you try to
I know.
bring them back to X and Y, they actually forget them.
They forget them?
Yeah, because there are certain moves that are only learnable in that game.
Oh.
I don't know if there's a list somewhere, but I know there are a few.
I didn't know they forgot them. I thought they just they just didn't learn them.
Yeah.
So basically, if I had okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, though, is that like I have like all my Pokemon are in X, and to transfer all of them over to Omega would take forever.
You don't have a Pokemon bank.
That's the thing, because even if I do the bank though, it's like
you don't get to keep your items.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I did is I actually just I gave items to a bunch of just Pokemon, and I had just traded them over using my brother's 3DS.
Yeah, see, I don't have that luxury.
I guess. Well, you can always use mine. I can help you out with
that.
that.
The thing is, though, is that again, it's just like, do I really want to transfer everyone over? Because like that just, it's more like I transfer everyone to the next game, yes. But the thing is, though, is that like it doesn't really benefit me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I guess so.
Aside from maybe a certain Pokemon,
I wanted to do it because I also wanted to do a Nuzlocke of X, and I did. And it ended after an hour and a half when a Dunsparce killed all my Pokemon with Rollout. All of them were weak to Rock.
Yeah,
broke out of 4 Pokeballs in a row.
Wow.
I was so mad. I now have to redo the whole thing, but I don't even have the heart to do it anymore.
Well, too bad. That's
yeah.
Well, you always get back to it.
Anyway, this video is about coming to a close, so I might do the third part with you, or I don't know if my other buddy is coming over, but
the
maybe
short one.
Yeah, we'll take a break for a bit, and we'll see if we'll do 3 with him or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So thanks for coming by, Soleo. Yeah, I hope you like this dual commentary here. It was kind of the best option, considering that once you get all the initial strategy out of the way, the chapters kind of just make sure guys don't die. Anyway, this has been ModelOmega, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you with part 3 later.
Bye-bye.